Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 4 of our 12th season here at Riga FC. I am the Custard Prophet and this is the Latvian job, and you can see we're back again going in Europe. We are looking in today's episode to qualify for the Champions League. In our way, it's Red Star Belgrade. Right, yeah folks, it's been a little while since I posted a video on this save, and that's mainly because I've been away, so I haven't done no recording for the last 2 weeks, but we have a big one today, and whilst away I played all the way through the season to get to this playoff, and we are going to be playing Red Star Belgrade. So we'll look at league results, we'll look at the results in the Champions League, how we got to this, and also look at some transfers and other bits and bobs as well. So we'll start off here in the league, and the last match that you saw was this game against Auda, and you can see the very next match that we played straight after losing against Atletico Madrid in the last round of the Europa Cup quarterfinals. We went up against Spartak, but a really poor performance and lost against them 1-0. This was the first loss we'd had domestically for almost 200 games. We were closing in on 200 games, which was a shame. But other than that, as you can see, we have been incredibly consistent, scoring at least 3 goals per game. And you can see pretty much every game, irrespective of the opposition, it's exactly the same. Some great performances all the way through. This is the only little blip that we've had all season. So, you know what? I don't mind that. We don't have that around our neck anymore. We're just trying to keep people happy. Lots of 8-0s, 7-0s, 6-0s, 5-0s. Lots of good performances. We'll have a little look at goal scorers in a second, because I think that's kind of important to show who's been getting the goals and who's been playing in the games. But we've been trying to keep rotating the team to keep players happy as possible. That it has meant that some people haven't been happy and some of those players have left. So there have been some ins and also some outs. How did things go in the Champions League? Well, it was pretty good. What was interesting is that we were not put in the first qualifying round. For the first time, we were actually put into the second qualifying round. That doesn't make any sense because in terms of where we are in our coefficient, it says we should be in the first qualifying round. But you know, maybe they feel sad for us or something. But we played Sujecka from Montenegro and beat them 8-0 in both legs. It was a hugely impressive performance. Erglis getting 4. In the second leg, we rotated a lot. They had 2 players sent off. Pape Daff got 4 in that game. And goals from the likes of Antonio as well. You might see some other names in there in addition. Then we played Astana in the next leg. So this was a tighter affair. We won the first leg 3-0. Berkic, Uldrikis and Misu. We were comfortable. Second leg was not nearly as comfortable, but we won it. Mendia and Antonia with the goals, winning that 2-1. And today he was playing Red Star, the away leg first. We have played them a few times before, but we have got a bit of a bone to pick with them because we've not done that well against them in the past. You can see in the Champions League third qualifying round all the way back in 2021, they knocked us out, was that 3-2 on aggregate, a really close tie. Then in a couple of years later in Group H of the Europa League, they beat us 3-1 and drew 1-1 against us, so we didn't qualify from that group. It was only more recently in 2026 when we played them last time competitively, where we beat them 5-0 at home and then drew 1-1 away, and we were able to qualify from that group. So I feel we've got some results to pick up against this side. So we'll be doing that in a second. Let's just have a quick look at the transfers that who have gone out, and you can see a couple of surprises perhaps here. I think you saw Stefan Popovic having left, which was a bit of a disappointment. Franco has also gone. Now, this was maybe not so much of a surprise as central midfielder. He's getting on a little bit. He wasn't getting that many games, so I thought, well, let's benefit from that. There was some interest in him, so we decided to get rid of him. So Franco has gone. But perhaps the two players underneath that are the big surprise. The centre-back has gone to Juventus because it met his release clause, which is a disappointingly low £2.7 million. So that's a frustration. And Iliev, similar story, going to Bayern Leverkusen for just under £2 million. They're worth a lot more than that. But, we have to do what we do. But it has meant we have bought in additional players, and as well as Wampa and Antonio now being available for Champions League football, and Wampa, what a player this guy is. He is scoring goals. Look at this, 8.10, 12 goals in the league, a lot of them from the penalty spot, but the guy is a beast. Really enjoying him. Antonio hasn't been quite as impressive, but 12 goals in 7 starts is not at all bad, but he's struggling to get that many starts. Two players we bought in: Gaston Soria from Penarol for 2.1 million. This is a central midfielder, someone who is very able to play as a ball-winning midfielder, which is kind of what we want in the middle of the park, really. So he is providing us with that ball-winning midfield option, which we didn't really or don't really have other than him, which Franco was kind of there for, but he is a much better version of that. And Ervin Kavic from Partizan, this guy, okay, we bought him as a centre-back, but he is only 21, and look at the abilities here. I mean, he is a giant of a man, can jump all the way to the moon, and his heading's pretty good as well, but all the other attributes are great, and he can pass from the back as well, which is kind of nice. I guess some of the things you might want him to play a little bit more aggressive perhaps as a centre-back, so he's going to be a bit more passive as a player, but I don't mind that at all. Let me know what you feel about this guy. And I know Old Lady Plays is always looking at determination, and he's got determination of 15. So we've really upped, after that was mentioned a while back, we've really looked up the overall determination in the team, and I think it is having a positive effect. So yeah, there we are. We've spent as much as we've raked in, which is pretty good, and I think we've got a strong side. I think we've lost some very good players, but equally we brought in some really good players as well. So let's go and play Red Star. Okay, so team we are going to be going with, we're going to be playing Pope Francis and Misu, either side of Antonio as the target man. Midfield 3 is going to be Bamba, Niata and Hadraf. Unfortunately, Soria is out injured. We're a little bit lightweight in midfield. It is a bit of a problem, but it's a decent midfield there, and they are very happy playing together. Backline, Burkic, Stankus, Mendio and Wampa with Johori in goal. I think it's a good side. Whether we are going to be motivated enough, you'd think we would, but whether we're going to have a good performance away from home, and we've yet to beat them away from home, which would be a nice thing to do. They're a good side, Red Star, but I'm sure we are better than they are, and I'm sure we should be able to take them at home. We just need to score the goals, which we sometimes can be accused of not finishing all of our chances. So we're starting out here, fingers crossed for a good game. Well, very little going on. 44 minutes on the clock, and the first highlight we've seen, we've got a shot here, free kick from Bamba, and he finds the back of the net. What a lovely free kick. 1 minute into injury time, Bamba scores a cracker. We've got a little injury to Hadraf. He's got a gashed leg. We're keeping him on for now because we don't really have the options on the bench. But yeah, there we go. We are 1-0 up. Are they going to come back at us straight away? We've not seen much from them at all. As you can see, just 2 shots in the entirety of the match. But yeah, we've shown nothing either. And an absolute cock up at the with the goalkeeper there, Yahori. The ball came in. Yahori just let it go through his fingers, and well, from the most boring game in the world, all of a sudden in injury time of the first half, it's 1-1. let's watch how bad this is from Yahori, because he is a man who does make the odd mistake. He just drops it, doesn't it? What an absolute disaster. So half time, it is 1-1, but my God, the goalkeeper should have done a little bit better there. He's got some making up to do. So what we are going to do, we're going to bring on Kavic, the centre-back on, who's going to be playing in that ball-winning midfielder role, and Nieta is going to be moving into the box-to-box role. It's not a perfect solution, but a Giraffe's injury, we don't want to cause him too much trouble. Wampa has also got a bit of a problem. So, another chance here potentially. Who's he going to go to? Well, it's a tight old match so far. Certainly, you'd say that we have got the better of it at the minute. 9 shots, 6 on target. We certainly deserve to be in front. They've had one chance, and it was from a massive mistake from the goalkeeper, just dropping the ball. Here's a chance. It's Misu, and this time the mistake is made, but but we do not profit from it, unfortunately. So corner here, Bamba plays it in. Misu, Stankus just wide. It's a good performance, I have to say. We are going to make a change here. Yauzams is coming on for a very tired looking Wampa. And the final change, Misu is off. Pape Daf comes on, whose contract was due to end this season, but I think we've extended it. There's a chance here for Pope Francis. Plays the right ball into Bajekic, into Francis here. Bajekic. And that looks like a penalty to me. That looks like a penalty all day. And can we finish this 2-1 up over Red Star? That would be awesome if we could. As I say, we have yet to beat this team away from home. We have a penalty. Who's going to take it? Who is it? Bamba, is it? No, it's Antonio. It's a lovely penalty. 2-1. Goalkeeper went the right way, but he wasn't getting that. 17 goals for Antonio. Important performance there. So here we go. Another chance here, maybe to go 3-1 up. Oh, he hit the post. My. And it was an offside there, but I think we've deserved this just about. Looking at it, dominant second half performance, and yeah, we should have been further ahead, but you feel the side that we are today is a slightly bit better than the side we were not too long ago. Okay, nicely done. So we have a cup game against Spartaks up next. I just want to also highlight Spartaks actually are having a great season this year. Look at the league table. We, as I say, we've lost one game against them, but they're only 15 points behind us, and actually they've also done something that we've not seen from any of these teams in recent times. They have got a little way through the Champions League, or the Europa League, and they here, and we won't know quite how they're going to get on, are going to be playing in a qualifying round to get into the group stages. So this is, if they could do that, that would be absolutely massive, because finally we would be getting points from elsewhere. It would just not be all down to us all the time. But Spartaks do look the real deal. No one else seems to be able to do anything against them in the league. As you can see, the only teams that have done anything really are us, and they have managed to beat us on one occasion, which was pretty impressive. Their team, I don't know, it doesn't look absolutely superb and chock full of superstars, but they've got enough in there that is is allowing them to do these things. So, yeah, that's exciting, and we will keep an eye on this and see how they get on against Brookbet Telemanica, which I think would be tomorrow, the first game. Anyway, folks, let's go forward. I'm going to play the Spartaks game in the Cup, and then we'll come back for the second leg. So it was a comfortable win, 4-0 against Spartaks in the Cup, which was pretty nice. So we move on to the next round there, and we've again broken all the records for the number of consecutive Cup matches won in the domestic game. So that's kind of nice. So here we go. We're going to be playing Red Star. I can tell you that in the other match, Spartaks did win their game 2-1, the home leg in their match. So we'll keep an eye on how they do that with their away leg, but there's a chance they could actually get through to a group stage, which would be huge for Latvian football. Okay, so the team we're going to be going with is this. It's Francis, Lysinovs and Misu up top, Bamba, Soria and Nyata in midfield, and Messina, Stankus, Mendia and Wampa at the back with Yori in goal. You'd think, given how well the first round or first leg went, this should be a bit of a formality, and then we'll go on and have a look at what our group is, irrespective of whether we're in the Champions League or the Europa League. So Bamba with the corner, early days. Maybe a bit of a risk to play Lysinovs, who's one of the weaker strikers we have, but he's decent with his head, and I think he offers something. So we'll see how he gets on. Good start though. Right, goal kick to them. Are we going to get on the end of it? We do. So just put an encouraging there. Misu's running down the right side. Doesn't quite control the ball well enough, but it's coming straight back at them. They need to do better than that with those long balls. We're just mopping it up and then swarming back at them. Nyata, certainly not the strongest midfield we'll ever have, but here's Wampa, ball in, the Pope, and they clear it. So they're doing what they can, but it's not really a recipe for success, is it? Keep clearing it up and we keep bringing it back, and eventually that's what happens. And it was a Wampa cross. Pope Francis gets the goal, and it looks like we've got 1 foot in the Champions League group stages, which means £13 million in the bank, and that is not to be sniffed at. Corner, Bamba, in it goes. It's over the top from Misu, but as you can see, yet again we have plenty of shots. Well, a pretty nondescript game. We're 1-0 up, we're 3-1 up on aggregate, and Red Star have done absolutely nothing. So just the second half to go. They need to bring something out, their A game out, because otherwise they will be dropping into the Europa League and we'll be moving forwards. Stankers, I mean, to be fair, it should be us getting more goals. The way things are going, we've been dominant again. Misu, and he gets the header on target. That was always going to be a bit of a speculative effort. He's not going to score a header from there. Here's Soria, a lovely ball into the Pope. Can he get another one? Asina, Bamba, Nyata, just over the top. Good performance so far against Red Star. We've played really well. It's a decent side. Another chance. It's Wampa and his beautiful right foot, which misses everyone. And again, they had a bit of a break there, but just lost the ball, and here it comes again. Misu, Messina, come on. Not quite. It's in, it's Misu at the far post, and finally we've got the second goal, and that is that. We are through. So Messina chips in, and Lysinovs there gets on the end of it. Oh, the goalkeeper, the ref's having a look at that. I didn't see what would have been wrong. Maybe was it Lucinov's offside, or was it? No, it was Misu who got that, wasn't it? Goal disallowed. He must have been offside. How disappointing. So, a couple of changes. Nieta and Lucinov's off. Vixna and Antonio on. Vixna, if you're not familiar with him, he is the he's a Latvian player, so it's not that many at the club. Final change. Misu off. Pape Daf on. So it looks like we've got a bit of a highlight here. Bamba. Messina's got a lot of time there, and Misu just fires it over before he comes off. That's solid performance. We finally, I guess, got our own back against Red Star after they've knocked us out in the past. 85 minutes, just a few seconds left now. Messina, they're not scoring 3 goals, are they? And then the last little bit, they've had 3 shots. They've had 3 shots in the match. Okay, they have now. Well done. But there's no way back into this unless we get everyone sent off. But Wampa and Antonio just over the top. We've had our chances here. We have had our chances. And there we go. We qualified for the Champions League yet again. £13 million in the bank. We'll move on and we'll see who we're going to play in the Champions League group stages. Well, other teams to go through here. OB and Zenit getting through in the League Path playoffs. Dynamo beating Copenhagen. Karabag. Well, this could have been something quite spectacular. Almost getting past Salzburg, but Salzburg did the deed in the end, and Rangers getting through their match. So, who are we going to draw? Remember, we're probably going to be seeded. Where were we previously? We weren't bottom, so that does help us. I think we were in the third group. Okay, so here we are. We are seeded third in the Champions League group stages. What are we going to get? As always, it is a frightening route. Feyenoord in the top. Now, Feyenoord don't worry me that much. If we've got them, I think we could give them a decent match. Roma, maybe, I don't know. Obviously, there's some top teams here. Barcelona. I mean, this pot may be even stronger than the first pot, which is interesting. It would be awesome to get into that. And then with a bottom ranked team in the third seed pot, which is fine. But there are teams here in the bottom here. OB, Hoffenheim, Club Brugge, Dynamo Zagreb, Besiktas, Rangers. I think most of those teams there we could give a decent game. So let's draw the first 2 teams from each group. Okay, there we go. There is some absolute crackers in here. The likes of Manchester City and Barcelona in the same group. Bayern and Atletico Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, almost all of them. Group G does look slightly more favourable than the rest there. Salzburg, they are a very good seed. We don't want to be this one. We're not. There's Milan in there. So, next up, it's Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund. Do we want this one? Not really. Arsenal. So that's some of them out of the way. Roma, Manchester United. This isn't a terrible one. That's what we get. So Manchester United and Roma. Who are we going to get with us? So I was going to say, is there anyone we can't get? And unfortunately, because there's so many German sides, it just increases the chance of Hoffenheim ended up in there. Similarly with the Spanish side, there's a couple of 3 Spanish groups. So PSV, who are probably one of the stronger ones, ended up in Group A. That's fine. Besiktas, we'd have liked them. OB, we'd have liked them. it's Sevilla. Ooh, that's a toughie. That's a tough group, I have to say. It could have been so much easier there. So much easier with almost any of the other teams. But Sevilla is who we have got. Anyway, folks, that's nothing that we can do about that. Will we be able to finish in the top 3? It's going to be a challenge, that one, isn't it? Let me know in the comments what you think there. Anyway, folks, it's going to be a long old episode today, but it's worth it. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.